Good afternoon, this is my Shaman Oracle reading for Sunday, and today I like to continue reading from the Dream Symbols card deck. This is a new deck, and I like to continue reading some cards introducing some of many meanings of the dreams that we might have. It is the deck's interpretation, however, that I am introducing here. There are many more meanings to what I am introducing here. But I hope it will be fun for some of you nevertheless. So let's start. The deck is in alphabetical order, and first reading stopped at the word or meaning being chased. So today we continue with the birds. Birds have been closely connected with the spiritual and the divine, serving as messengers between heaven and earth. But they are not the only ones with wings and feathers. There is Hermes, the Greek god of messengers. There is mystical and mythical creatures, like, for instance, Pegasus, and there is griffins, and angels are also invoked by dreams of birds. They may be bringing messages from beyond or serving as reminders of your potential. So look at how the birds appeared in your dream. Did they seem to communicate with you? This could be an example of a visitation dream. Otherwise, where can you learn to soar to new heights? When birds appear in your dream, that might be a calling for that. If you were the bird in the dream, use those wings, because it is time for you to fly. Let's now look closer at some birds that may appear in your dream. There are the crows and the ravens. Few birds evoke such mystery and prophecy as the crows and ravens. Because of their deep and chattery voices, their messages have been symbolic components of myth and literature for centuries. There is the owl, closely connected to Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. Owls have become a common symbol for knowledge. The physical features of an owl contribute to their connection with wisdom. They are able to twist their neck almost in a full circle, giving them the gift of extended sight. Some owls, such as the great horned owl and the screech owl, they are seen as evil omens in Cherokee lore, in part because of their nocturnal habits and because of their tufted horns. These owls are linked with shapeshifters and witches. There are the roosters. By signaling morning's arrival, the roosters are a symbol of the sun. From their strut and their swagger come the words cock and cocky. Roosters have something to say, and they demand to listen. According to the Chinese zodiac, people born in the year of the rooster are said to be confident, communicative, and intelligent. There is or are the swans. Swans are native to both water and air, and swans have attracted artists and poets for centuries. They symbolize faithfulness and fidelity as they choose only one mate for life. In Greek mythology, they are sacred to both Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, and Apollo, god of music and truth. Though the idea that a swan sings sweetly before death is purely metaphorical. And the next dream card is books. Fire may have advanced humankind to the next stage of evolution, but the books sparked our brains into being. Books represent knowledge, even in an era where so much information can be found digitally. They can be spiritual manuals guiding entire religions and mythologies, a means to discover the unknown, or simply a form of entertainment. Think about the state of the book in your dream and whether it was open or closed. What knowledge are you keeping hidden, and what stories do you need to share, is the question. Consider the books and apply it to what you might be seeking more of in your life. Were you reading a biography of someone you admire, or escaping to another planet in a work of science fiction? Perhaps the bright colors and imaginative illustrations of a children's book will inspire you to be more playful in your waking life. And remember to heed the age-old advice: do not judge a book by its cover. Ask this: were you reading or writing the book in your dream? What was the book about? How far into the book were you? And what story are you needing to tell in your waking life right now? Now comes the dream about bread. Cornbread, biscuits, bagels, baguettes, whatever bread. Are you hungry yet? A food staple, the bread is a cultural identifier and has even been an object of social class. White bread, for instance, because of its milling and refining process, was once a marker of high society and extremely expensive for most people. Today, refined white bread graces most grocery store shelves, and rustic whole wheat artisanal loaves are considered a high-end product. Bread also has spiritual significance in Christianity, where it symbolizes the body of Jesus. Therefore, eating bread in a dream can be considered a gift from God. Because bread can be associated with livelihood and basic needs, it has also come to mean money, as in I gotta earn that dough. In dreams, think about what you did with the bread. Did you offer it to others as a symbol of generosity, or did you feast on it yourself, symbolizing abundance in your life? Ask this: where did you see the bread? And did you eat the bread, or did you share it? In what condition was the bread? Was it fresh and warm, or was it moldy and stale? And what is something in your waking life that is fulfilling to you. Next dream interpretation is bridges. Bridges provide safe passage and support from one point to another, usually over obstacles such as water or ravines. They allow us to go to places beyond our reach. As a concept, bridges can connect, or the opposite, if you choose to burn your bridges with someone. Symbolically, bridges represent connection, support, and transition. What part of your life needs a clear and easy path that may not be easily accessible? Perhaps there is someone in your life the bridge represents, whether as a support structure or the obstacle beneath it. In dreams, the presence of a bridge may also be a clue that you are traveling between your conscious and subconscious thoughts. What happened when or if you got to the other side? This dream can spark you into action, bridging the gap between what you desire and actually achieving it. Ask this when you dream of bridges. In what condition was the bridge or the bridges? What was on the other side of that bridge? And were you able to get across without any problems? And what are some obstacles you face in your waking life? And what support do you need? Next card is a dream about bubbles. Bubbles can evoke playfulness and fun. Think of how satisfying it was as a kid to blow that perfect soap bubble. And what better way to celebrate a special occasion than with an effervescent bottle of bubbly. When ideas bubble up to the surface, it's usually an exciting time, full of energy. Yet bubbles are also fragile and fleeting, and they can represent a form of protection if you need sheltering. Bursting that bubble can crush your spirit, whether you do it yourself or someone does it for you. So look at your dream bubbles and examine what you are having fun with in your waking life and what needs extra protection. Do not forget to open your eyes to the world outside your shimmery sphere. How did the bubbles appear in your dream? Were you in a bubble yourself? Did a bubble pop? And what in your waking life needs protecting right now? And the next dream that comes up is bugs. In waking life, bugs aren't something you probably want crawling all over you. The faster you brush them off, the better, right? But when they show up in a dream, if you can, let them crawl and flutter. They show up for a reason. Insects go through stages of transformation throughout their relatively short lives. Because of this, they represent change, metamorphosis, and rebirth. And in ancient Egypt, scarabs, a type of a beetle, they were sacred. They were used as amulets to help safely deliver the deceased to the afterlife. Depending on the bug you might think about where it lives, what it eats, and how it transforms. So look at what is changing in your life, what might be bothering you, and how thick of a shell you have as a protection. What kind of bug did you see in your dream? Where was the bug? Are you going through a major transformation right now in your life? And what thoughts are currently infesting your mind right now? The next dream is the dream about butterflies. Butterflies are pollinator species found across the globe. They are usually brightly colored and can migrate over great distances. Because of their very visible 4-stage life cycle, which includes a massive transformation from the caterpillar to the butterfly, they are often symbols of rebirth, renewal, transformation, and metamorphosis. In ancient Greek, the word for butterfly, psyche, translates to soul. Psyche in mythology was married to Cupid and depicted with a pair of wings. Across cultures and history, butterflies also represented spiritual communication. Like its cousin, the moth, a butterfly can represent a message from a departed soul. Think about your own creative and spiritual growth. What stage do you feel like you are in right now? And are you a cocooned caterpillar, or are you a newly minted butterfly? Ask this. In your dream, did you see a butterfly, or were you yourself one? What color or colors was the butterfly? How many butterflies did you see? And what areas are in transition in your waking life? Next dream is the camera. The camera itself has evolved significantly since its invention in the 1600s, and because of this, our subject matter has shifted as well. In its early years, the camera was used primarily for portraits, immortalizing a person's image. Today, with immediate access to cameras, you can capture fleeting moments anytime, anywhere. So looking at photos triggers memories, and with them a sense of nostalgia, or sometimes a regret. I'm looking at you, outdated fashion trends, that is. What lens are you looking through in your waking life? Is it time to refocus, look at a bigger picture, or home in on a detail? If the photos were taken of you, consider who was behind the camera and how you felt as the photo was made. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So what story is your dream asking you to tell or trying to share? In your dream, were you in front or were you behind the camera? Who or what was the subject of the photograph? What needs to be in focus right now in your waking life? And what moments are you wanting to remember? Ask this. Next dream is the dream about a candle. Like a light bulb, a candle can symbolize aha moments where the darkness falls away and a path of action or an idea suddenly appears. It can also represent your conscious self, finally understanding elements of your subconscious. In many religions, candles are used for intention setting, like prayers and offerings. The smoke from an extinguished flame can be a communication tool with the spiritual realm, offering those prayers and birthday wishes to the world beyond. Look at who lit that candle and what you were able to see once it was glowing. Conversely, did someone snuff out the flame, leaving you in darkness? Use your dream candle to think about your inner light and what it can do to the darkness around you. Ask this: who lit the candle in your dream? Did it get extinguished? What did the candlelight expose to you? And where do you need some illumination in your waking life? The next dream is about the dream of cats. Whether you consider yourself a cat person or not, it is hard to deny that cats are magical, intuitive creatures. These fiercely independent animals have been adored for thousands of years, from the ancient Egyptian deity Bastet to contemporary internet pictures. They have long been associated with witchcraft and magic, leading to superstitions around black cats. At a most basic level, cats symbolize a mysterious instinct and rebirth. 9 lives, anyone? Depending on whether you found a cat, lost one, or were a cat, think about areas in your waking life where you need to reconnect with your deep, intuitive spirit, independence, and inner power. Ask this: where did you see the cat in your dream? What was the cat's disposition? How independent do you feel right now? And how do you connect to your intuitive side in your waking life? Next dream is the dream about cheating. As with a dream of breaking up with someone, just because you had an affair in your dream does not necessarily mean you are an unfaithful partner, or vice versa. Rather, these dreams usually highlight our own insecurities and self-esteem issues. It can be a great time to talk with your partner and find out what they are insecure about as well. Are you communicating in ways they appreciate right now, or do you feel like you aren't being valued enough in your own relationships? Think about the person you were with in that dream, or that your partner chose over you. What traits do they have that you admire, and do you feel you lack those in your own life? These dreams can be disheartening, but they are helpful in allowing us to take an honest look at what we are feeling low about. If it was a test or a competition you cheated on, what were the stakes if you lost? Look at those losses and how they affected your sense of self-worth through the eyes of your own insecurities in your waking life. Ask this: who or what was being cheated on? Did you or they get caught? How did it make you feel? And what areas in your waking life do you feel insecure about? Now the dream about climbing is coming up. Climbing a mountain, for instance. Dreams of climbing can be a straightforward symbol of your waking life aspirations. What sets this dream apart from, let's say, dreaming of stairs or elevators is that the act of climbing is not a passive one. Climbing takes all of your energy and your courage, and depending on what tools you had with you in that dream, a mistake could lead you to fall down. If you have set some lofty goals for yourself, use this dream as a reminder to pack all the necessary tools and build the stamina it will take for the process. Exciting times are in front of you, but only if you plan ahead. What in your dream were the objects that you were climbing? How high up did you get? What obstacles did you face? And what goals are you working toward in your waking life? Next dream is about crash. Accidents happen, but being in a serious vehicular crash can be extremely traumatic. In waking life, it usually means someone was out of control or negligent and likely caused injury to someone or something. When dreaming of a crash, think about what you are losing control over in your waking life. Often these accidents happen in the blink of an eye with little time to prepare. The driver's carelessness could mean someone else's symbolic injury. Were you the driver in your dream? Use this dream as a reminder to be present and alert and keep a firm grip on the wheel of life. If you were a passenger, think about how you felt and what control you lacked. It might be time to become a more active participant by taking over the driver's seat and heading in a direction that you choose. Ask these things: how did the crash in your dream happen? What injuries did you sustain? Could you see it coming? And what issues in your waking life are you having trouble controlling? Next dream is about a dream of crystals. Crystals have been used for thousands of years as decoration, protection, and healing. Ancient Egyptians placed gemstones on the bodies during mummification to protect the deceased in the afterlife. In Ayurvedic medicine, the use of different gemstones is said to help balance our doshas, our energies in the body. Even if you cannot tell jade from jasper, when a crystal or a gemstone shows up in your dream, consider its color, its shape, and the state in which the stone is in. Was it raw and from the earth, or was it polished to perfection on a piece of jewelry? Then think about which areas in your life are muddled and which areas are crystal clear, and where you might need some guidance. Using crystals is a fun way to set your intentions and be reminded of them when you see the shiny pieces of earth on your desk or by your bedside. Here are some of the most popular crystals and the themes they represent in your dreams. When you dream of the amethyst, a popular crystal for dream work, this lavender-hued mineral is said to relieve nightmares and insomnia. Other uses include promoting sobriety, balance, and aiding in a clear vision. When you dream of citrine, it is a lemony yellow in color stone. Citron is the French word for lemon, and this powerful crystal is associated with the sun, abundance, and manifestation. When you dream of the fluorite, a fluorite crystal to use when you need some organization in your life, fluorite is said to absorb negative energy and helps you with grounding and improving your self-confidence. The malachite is a stunning blue and green crystal containing copper, so malachite is used to absorb negative energy, it will protect you against the evil eye, and opens your heart to unconditional love. There is the moonstone. When activated during a full moon, this reflective crystal can enhance lucid dreaming. Quartz is the most common crystal. It comes in dozens of color variations and is used to amplify your intentions. True crystal halls are made from polished quartz. Not true crystal bowls, not holes, bowls are made from polished quartz. And finally, there is the red jasper in the quartz family. Jasper absorbs negative energy and aids in calming emotions. It is a great crystal for promoting dreams. And so, when you dream of crystals, ask this: what kind of crystal or stone was it in your dream? Where did you find the crystal? How did you use it? And where are you seeking clarity in your waking life? Now we come to the D's, like darkness. Darkness is mysterious, menacing, and frightening. It is a natural representation of the night, and in movies and literature, it is a common symbol of evil. When darkness shows up, it can be scary. According to psychoanalyst Carl Jung, though, darkness is essential for us to be well-rounded human beings. If we were all good or all evil, where is the balance, he's asking. Finding light in the dark and dark in the light is a crucial tool we all can benefit from, and it is a powerful coping mechanism for when times get tough. Look at how you felt and responded to the darkness in your dream. In what areas of your waking life have you felt the same emotions? How can you add some extra light, happiness, joy, or silliness to those feelings and situations? Ask this: how did the darkness present itself in your dream? Was anyone or anything with you? Did you ever find any light? And what are you currently having difficulty dealing with? The next dream is the dream about death. Death dreams can be emotional and nightmarish. You might wake up in a panic, wondering if it's an omen or premonition. Chances are, hopefully, that is not the case. In fact, dreaming of death can be an optimistic message. It serves as a symbolic reminder that all things, good or bad, must in time end. Take tarot card, the death card. It represents an ending and with it a transition and a new beginning. It is connected with the number 13, which is either extremely unlucky, think Friday the 13th, or a number of leadership and success. Think about King Arthur and his 12 knights, for one. What projects, jobs, or relationships are in their final days for you? What would happen if you decided to pull the plug on something that is not going anywhere for you? As the saying goes, when one door closes, another one opens. Ask this: who died in your dream and how did they die? What role did you play in the death dream? How did you feel about the occurrence and what feels like it is coming to a close in your waking life? The next dream is about devil, the devil. If you are going to play with fire, prepare to be burnt. The devil has many names like Demogorgon, Lucifer, Satan, just to name a few. Devils are tricksters, manipulators, and a universal symbol of evil. But they also have a lot of fun being that way. Yeah, some really enjoy it, I think. They are a concept as old as time and seen across cultures, predating the Christian devil, and they are often depicted with horns, cloven feet, and a human body. Just because you dream of devils, demons, or hell doesn't mean you are crossing over to the dark side. Your subconscious brain might be reminding you about some dark elements in your life related directly to you or to someone or something else. When a devil shows up, acknowledge that mischief and mayhem are normal and think about how you can bring light to balance out this darkness. And ask this: how did the devil appear in your dream? What was the devil doing? Were you scared or were you confident? And what kind of struggle did you have with that devil? The next dream is the dogs. Anyone having dogs might now listen. Loyal beyond measure, the dogs have been human companions for more than 6,000 years, and as such, they represent protection and friendship. Dogs are also hard workers in guiding and in guarding us. hunting, and shepherding. Because of their keen sense of smell, dogs are considered messengers between the physical and spiritual worlds. Large black dogs are more ominous, however, and in folklore they are seen as harbingers of death, protecting the gates of the underworld. Think about your attitude and connection to dogs in your waking life and how that compares with the dog in your dreams. If the dog felt dangerous, look closely at where your loyalties lie. Is something causing you to shift your mindset? If the dog was happy and friendly, enjoy the company. Ask this: what disposition did your dog in the dream have? What was the dog doing? Did you recognize the dog in your dream? And are your loyalties in the right place in your life? Ask this. The next dream is about dolls. Yes, dolls are an integral part of childhood, and one way that children learn through imaginary play and pretension. But they are also the basis of many a nightmare and horror movies, and can elicit a genuine fear known as pediophobia. Different dolls can symbolize different themes in your dream. For example, the nesting doll might be a direct reflection on the internal layers of your personality. A rag doll could represent your limp feelings toward life. Effigies and dolls made to look like someone specific are common in religious ceremonies and folk magic, and can add an element of the unknown and mystery to your dreams. Look at the condition of the doll and how it appeared in your dream. If dolls are truly symbolic of your childhood play, think about the current state of your inner child. Are you properly caring for them? What kind of doll was it you dreamed about? Whose doll was it? Was it yours or someone else's? How did you interact with it? And how do you connect with your inner child? And the last card for today, I think, is this one. It's a dream about doors. Think of some of the most magical doors in literature and the worlds on the other side of them. Wonderland in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, the hidden garden in the secret garden, and the hope for safety in Mohsin Hamid's 2017 novel, Exit West. Doors symbolize portals to new worlds, new adventures, and new ideas. When a door shows up in your dream, you are being invited to explore. What you find on the other side may not be exactly what you hoped for, though. This is a time when you might start feeling more in tune with yourself and start noticing bigger connections with the world around you. If the door was heavy, hard to open, or locked, keep trying. You will soon find a key that fits. Ask this: what did the door look like in the dream? Was it easy to open? where did it lead you to, and what have been key aha moments for you lately. That was the reading about dream symbols from me for today. So I wish everyone a wonderful Sunday, and I shall be back tomorrow with my usual normal Shaman Oracle readings for the week for all the zodiacs, starting tomorrow with Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer. You all have a wonderful day today. Enjoy the day and maybe rest a little bit if needed. So, thanks for listening, everyone. Take care and goodbye.